For 57 years, Christ Church has hosted an antique show and sale to benefit local nonprofit organizations, including Council on Aging West Florida. Joining me now to tell us about this year's show and sale is Susan Soule, the president of the 2014 Antique Show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, congratulations on 57 years. That's
It's
quite
a long
an accomplishment.
time.
Yes, lots of success and longevity. What do you attribute the success and longevity to?
I think the local community looks forward to it and has supported it, and certainly our church parishioners have supported it with their time and effort and cooking. And it has grown from a little show of about 8 or 10 dealers to now we have 20, 25. We have a bigger facility to host it. So, and we get about 3,000 to 5,000 people through the doors over
great.
2.5 days.
That's great. Well, thanks for bringing some items here.
Brought
I'm
some
sure
props.
people will get some views of them as we continue our conversation. So let's talk about this year's show. When and where?
It's at the Curran Center, which is Christ Church Gym across the street from our church. And it is Thursday, January 30th is the preview party, and that's limited to the first 200 tickets. And then Friday, January 31st, and then February 1st and 2nd, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Well, before we get into that, you do have some items here. Tell us a little bit about, you said that you mentioned vendors and people who come. What type of things have you seen and will you see this year?
Well, I brought a sample of things that I have bought. Certainly I've been involved in it, so through the years I've accumulated a few things. We always have silver dealers. We have people that have jewelry. We have furniture. We'll have early American furniture. For men, I think they enjoy the furniture. We do have William K. Wood does antique maps that are just gorgeous of different eras. He's got the history behind them. He can research and find a map for a certain area. If you have a childhood area that you grew up with or something that you would like to find, he'll find you an antique map. We have beautiful old linens, which are very hard to find today. And most of us enjoy the old linens of the South. So
is this a mix of local and out-of-town dealers? Is it
most
primarily
of them,
out?
Most of them are out of town. The one in town, our in-town dealers must not have a shop, a showroom.
Okay.
So we have one parishioner that does a beautiful job, Diane Curry Antiques, and she is in our show. And then most of them are from out of town. We have a few snowbirds that are antique dealers. So they're on a circuit, and they love to come to our area. So they're down in this area for wintertime.
So it's a great opportunity to see something that people may not see every day. So that's always a big plus. Well, there are certain segments to this. So let's start with the preview party. So Thursday night, first 200 people, what do they actually get to see and experience? And is there a cost for that experience? Tell us a little bit about that.
It's $20 a person, and there's homemade hors d'oeuvres by the church ladies and some wine. And it's an elegant evening and first chance to see the show set up, and it's just a fun social event, and yet you're kind of getting your eyes on things. People do buy that night. People know which dealer is in town and they have specific things they're interested in, so they'll want to come on that Thursday
so they
night.
can purchase and
They
go
can
ahead and be the
purchase,
early
yes,
bird.
yes.
Okay. Well, now, then the 3-day sale. I believe there's a ticket for multi-days. How does that work?
It's $7 for the 3 days, and you can come back anytime you want. The women of the church serve lunch across the street at our parish hall, and that's always a wonderful, good homemade lunch, and homemade desserts you get to choose from, and they do a great service with that. And then Sunday's shorter hours because it is Sunday, so it's 11 to 4, so that our dealers can pack up and get on the road. A lot of them are going for the next show. And so Sunday afternoons, you might get a little bit of a deal because they don't want to have to pack that up.
That's one of my secrets from the Arts Festival as well.
Yes.
So some of these people, like you say, they come back. The show's been around for 57 years. It seems like it's been popular for the dealers as well as the public.
Our dealers, it's hard to get into our show. So once you're in the show, they usually stay. They enjoy it. They become friends with the community. People look for them. But so the only way they get into a show is if somebody has retired or passed away or not doing antiques anymore, that we get an opening. And so we always have maybe one new dealer or two a year. I know we have a new art dealer this year. I have not met them yet because I'm not in charge of dealers, but I used to be. So we have one dealer from Mississippi that they supplied the whole set for a movie that was filmed over in Greenwood, Mississippi. And then when the movie theater was through with all the stuff, they sold it back to them. So they made money both ways.
That worked. That worked. Well, you know, this is a lot of fun. There's great stuff. Like you mentioned, you found some items that you've liked and kept. But it is an outreach project of the church, as you mentioned. What do you think that's important for the community?
I think every church tries to do something within the community on outreach, and this is an outreach for the women of the church. We have assisted council on aging, Manna Food Bank. We help our youth group with their annual trip. It's just important to be a downtown church is important to a community, and this is a way for us to be actually a part of it.
Well, you're president, and you mentioned you had worked with dealers in the past. I'm sure it takes quite a committee to pull something like this off.
It does, and we've got a great group of ladies that sometimes you have to stronghold to get them interested in being involved, and then it's hard to ever get them off. They enjoy doing it. It made me make more friends in the church besides being involved in going to church or Sunday school. I've met more ladies and the men that work with us through the years. So it's been a good community of bringing the church together.
Great.
Too.
Well, before we go, let's remind everybody about the dates and the tickets and what's what, and then we'll hope we see them there.
The preview party is Thursday, January 30th. The show is Friday, January 31st, and then Saturday and Sunday, February 1st and 2nd.